Hey everybody, and welcome back again.
Again. How many agains?
That was terrible yesterday. My name is Sue, and I'm from OML Embroidery, and over on the computer is Dawn.
Hello.
Okay, so yesterday, what a fiasco. YouTube didn't like us. Not sure what the problem was, but YouTube was like, nope, cut off, done. So hopefully it's going to play nice today. And what we're going to do is continue exactly from where we left off. So a quick recap. I'm using my new stupidly expensive hoop, and we're going to see how it works. So I just stitch down the batting, and it does these pieces here, the buttonholes, what I'm trying to say. And I cut them out. Now it's really hard to do, but I used my little scissors. Don't know what that did. I used my little scissors and just carefully as possible, cut it out. So these are from Sweet Pea, and I think they're an amazing idea. This is the back of it. This is what you stitch first. It's pretty basic. It's just stitching. So I did that. This is where some of the trickiness comes in. So the hoop, I'm not convinced that I like it, but I'm going to keep testing it. It's the new hoop by Brother. Far too expensive, but may or may not be worth it. Who knows, right? I don't know. So we're going to be doing some work underneath, and we're going to see how tight everything holds, the whole bit. Why'd you switch cameras?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It goes back. Don't worry about it. There's an accident.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to test it out and see how it works. I have no idea. So that's why there's no googly eyes, in case you guys are wondering. That's why there's no googly eyes. I have not accepted the hoop into my hoop clan. So we'll see. We'll see. So let's continue on. Let's go to the Luminaire 2, which has a different camera. One thing I noticed when I took this off the hoop yesterday is that it's not centered in the hoop. And I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. It's right to the edges, but it's not in the center of the hoop.
Strange.
Yeah, it's just a little bit strange. I reset everything just to see, and it's still matched up, so I don't know. So the next step here is we're going to stitch a placement line. So this placement line is going to be for placement of the back and the front fabric. So it's just something we have to go on. So this is where the real testing starts. Okay, so let's go back to the desk, Dawn. And we're going to flippy our hoop over. And I can't tell which line is which, the topmost one. All right, well, that shouldn't be too hard. And we're going to take our fabric and we're going to place it up and face down. And we want it to be about 1/4 of an inch below that line. And then we're going to tape it.
Magic tape dispenser.
Yeah, it's bigger than the other one, the Kimberbell one, but I gave that to Lynn so she could have a little more fun doing applique. So I got myself another one. Share with Lynn, share with Lynn. So let's see now. I'm going to be, as always, careful not to push down, even though I'm pretty sure it's going to hold it nicely. I'm just worried about it scraping.
And did you know that we have Lynn and Mom in the chat?
Yeah. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Mom. Okay,
Along
so
with everyone else.
yeah, of course. Okay, so tape the bejeebers out of it, and very careful not to push, which is awesome. Now that's gonna hang out there for a while. Now I'm gonna push it down, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to do the top and then sew them both down. Is that correct? Instructions?
We have instructions today.
I kind of forgot what I was doing, so roll up the excess lining. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll tape it down. And then flip the hoop right side up and place fabric A. Same thing on the front. That's what we're doing. I just want to make sure I get it right. We've had so many things go crazy. I just want this right. So this is the same
We
thing.
have an update.
What?
Carolyn says part 2 is alive and well so far.
Oh, thank goodness. So for this, we're doing the top of the hoop. We're doing exactly the same thing. So we are going to rip our tape. It's just masking tape. And I can push down on it. And we're just going to tape this. And it's going to sew it down. And I'm going to...
I see what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the bottom and I'm just going to kind of fold it up because we don't need to deal with it. Okay, that is super nice, what I just did there.
Yeah.
Because this is thick enough. That's perfect. Okay.
Completely out of the way.
Yeah, and secure.
Yeah.
So that's a plus for this I don't know hoop. Okay, so now we are going to go back to the machine. So, Dawn, did you get what I'm doing?
I get what you're doing. So
Okay.
Far, yeah.
So far, so good. I'm just trying to be gentle. Not sure how the underneath is going to go. I'm not sure at all. And what we're going to do is stitch it down. And then do I have anything else? Nope, then we're going to pull it down. So, let's do the stitch down here. And it's stitching the back lining that I've tucked out of the way and this top lining. So just a single stitch before and zoom out a little bit, I guess, Dawn. I'm going to double check, it says in the instructions, double check that we got all of the back part down, and we did, so yay! But it says at this point it's better to check the back and make sure it all got stitched down. Because it would be difficult to fix after. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to take the tape off. And then I'm going to reuse the tape, but we don't need it. And I'm untaping, it's not that hard. There we go, masking tape is a dream. Don't worry about that little piece there. And we're going to, this is the front now. Okay, so this I really do like. And see, we have a nice edge. We have a nice edge to it.
Very nice.
So let's stitch it down. So that was pretty easy to follow along with those steps. It's not bad at all. So back of the hoop, as always, is for lining. Front of the hoop is for the prettiness in life. So this is going to be the size of our bag, and I really like it. I really like it.
It's a nice size.
All right, so now we are going to do a bit of the quilting designs. You can skip it if you want, but I think it's really pretty. So that's the easy part, and all three bags are, you know, the steps are the same. You may have a little bit more sewing or stitching for the different designs, but it's going to be basically the same. So stitch everything in the design. I picked the bell one, so we're going to have a little bit of applique and colors, and it's pretty. I probably should have saved the gold for the actual bell, but once we're done with the design, we're going to get to the putting it together. And I'm thinking, you know, for Christmas, these come in all sizes. I think the biggest one is 7 by 12. But what a fantastic gift that would make.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. Oh, great day today. Thanks for all you do. I am so thankful that today is better than yesterday. It's really, really stressful when stuff like that happens that you can't fix. It was YouTube, not us. And we can't fix it. The other thing I'm going to say I like about this I don't know who is that nothing gets in the way of the camera. So that might be a bonus because it's nice and flat here.
I like it, but I'm not going to use it.
I think if I put googly eyes on it, I'll have to put them on the sides. It'll be a big face because obviously this is going to get covered up all the time. I'm going to still keep playing with it, you know, for sure. Gail tips. Yesterday, my robotic vacuum stuck on a rug and its battery was low, so I moved and set it on the floor, hit the dock button, and it just seemed to appropriate say, "Back to the dock, Dawn." No, she just said it. Back to the dock, Dawn. Yes, back to the desk, Dawn. Alright, now we're going to stitch out some ribbon. So the ribbon that will match up. And I'm just going to leave the same burgundy on because it looks good. Nice quilting. I love it. Now one thing I noticed about this on the back side was wholly underlay Batman. So we'll see. It looks good, but wholly underlay Batman. I'm just not the biggest on the underlay, but yeah, it's doing the same thing, but it's less of it, so.
Jeff Chandler's inside.
Who?
Jeff Chandler.
Jeff Chandler! Hello, Jeff Chandler. Long time no see.
Stranger.
Glad you could join us. He's been a busy guy. Busy guy. So, that looks good so far. So the bell isn't quite as big as I thought. But so far so good. I'm liking this. I just really think that this would be a great gift. For sure. Now my vacuum has a name officially. Question is, Gail, does it have googly eyes? I told you guys a story about my oldest daughter going to a friend's house and they had a Roomba and Sam said, or someone said about googly eyes, and she whipped 2 of them out of her purse and they glued them right onto it. I was like, oh, that's my girl. She keeps googly eyes in her purse in case the occasion arises. I was so impressed. So were they, by the way. So they put googly eyes on it and sent me a picture, and I was like, yep, that's my kid. Yep, for sure. Karina's watching on the big screen in our living room. OML TV. Ooh, wouldn't that be cool? Woo. Yep, this is looking good. But anyways, back to the I don't know hoop and this. I didn't have any problems with the back. I kind of thought maybe stuff would get skittered around, but it's nice and flat. I like this part that we can hook it up at the back, and I really like the front. So the only thing I dislike so far is the setup. That was a bit, it's a bit, I don't know what the right word is. I mean, it's not any worse than anything else, but it's just like, you know, take them off, take the things out, load it up, put the magnets back on. Yeah, and I just, the dime hoops, I think magnetic hoops are fantastic. But I think the dime hoops are just simply easier. So, doesn't the front have holes for the ribbon? Yes. We just haven't stitched them yet. Same as the back. And we're gonna stitch it all together and then you weave a ribbon through it. So I'm thinking these are, can you imagine giving or getting a gift with a gift bag like this? I think it would be amazing. And some of them can be, you know, small enough for just about anything. Okay, now we are going to do applique, and we're going to do the placement lines for the bell. And I kind of have my colors backwards, but I think it's going to look fantastic.
Julie's asking how's your finger.
What's that?
Julie is asking how's your finger.
It's still pretty sore, but we're getting better. It's all right. I just don't... Every time I take the Band-Aid off of my finger, I hit it, and it hurts. So I just leave it on till it heals. So yeah, I could have done a green background with a gold bell, but I am just not conforming today. So that's our bell. We're going to put this down. This is fabric from Gale Tips. By the way, Lynn just about peed her pants when she saw all the goodies in the box for Lynn. Gail sent a whole bunch of fabric with pink in it, and pink ribbon, and pink thread. A beautiful color of pink thread. So Lynn was like, wow. So Lynn said she was having a stitching day, so happy stitching, Lynn. You're gonna love it. Okay, so we are gonna trim this out, so we do need to go back to the desk, Dawn. So I do like how that's not going anywhere. I like it. So I'm gonna carefully trim this. This is just gorgeous green fabric, and I like it. So that's why I thought I would use it. Oh, it's so pretty. I like the burgundy with it. So Lynn, my 5x7 friend, you can do this on your machine. Mickey can do this because I am using the 5x7 hoop. And what I will do, if I remember, that if I'm going to keep using the I don't know hoop, I'm going to write 5x7 on it somewhere. Because it doesn't look like a 5x7 hoop. It looks, you know, a fair amount bigger, I think. But I'll make sure that's written somewhere. There we go. So a little bit of trimming. Now we're going to do some satin stitches, and I'm going to stick with the burgundy because there's going to be other green on it. So let's go back to the machine and we will do that. I do notice when I'm sliding the hoop in, the magnets stick to the needle plate just ever so slightly. I got to get used to it. My fall gnome quilt will be all in pink fabric. Yeah, Lynn is actually doing the Welcome Gnome fall quilt. And I've seen her blocks. They're lovely. She's doing a fantastic job and actually enjoying it. So when she saw all that fabric, she was like, I'm gonna have to start it again. I'm like, okay. And there was gorgeous set of charm squares in there for Lynn. She loved it. So I gave her a layer cake. We kind of picked through them and looked through them, and she loved the one. So her first layer cake and her first set of charm squares. So all is good in Linland, just if anyone was wondering. I'm still working on my small charm pet supply store. Well, keep stitching. That was such a cute one. I liked it.
For the people that should have, they did put the lining on the back.
Yes. That is, well, I guess you can't see it right now. It's taped to the 5x7 I don't know hoop. Yep. It's all on the back, Alicia says. Which was easy to do. It's kind of groovy how they, you know, merge those two things together to make it easy. It's just one line of stitching, and then we're going to fold it over. But yes, it is taped out of the way. But it is on there, and I double checked. And I put way too much tape on it because I didn't know what this hoop was going to do, but it seems to me it's fine now.
Thank you, Bill.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? There's one more applique, and I have gorgeous fabric to put on it that matches completely. I just have to decide which way my stripes are gonna go. So yeah. And then we've got more bow to stitch and some green to stitch, but right now let's do the lining. Burgundy, gold, and green, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is the placement for the inner part of the bell. So I've got this fabric. Look at this. So I'm thinking, should it go like this? I'm just using a scrap piece that I had. And I think the answer is yes. So we get all those colors in there. Pretty hard to fussy place, but as long as it has all the colors in it, it almost matches exactly the green and the gold. So just a scrap that I had from, don't forget tomorrow is Mugmark Monday too. And we have a gorgeous design to do. Yep, I like that. I think I did okay on that. Awesome. Just waiting, do your dance and your little flit around there. Back to the desk done. And then people who are just new can see that I have the lining fabric right there. All ready to go. So, okay, let me cut this out. I would also like to point out that there was no Sucam today. First of all, we took it down. But there wasn't going to be because we are still in our pajamas. Sunday is...
Hashtag time change.
No, not really. I got up pretty much normal. Sunday mornings, we like to just take a brain break, I guess, and just hang out in our pajamas. So we thought this Sunday should be exactly the same. So look at this. I did that.
I like that.
Well enough. Yeah, it's amazing what little scraps can do. I think it's beautiful. I'm just fixing... Oh, Judy Quilt, I'll get it. She doesn't like fluff on my... We got it. Okay. So, back to the machine. And I've kept the same colors. There are color changes, but I'm loving how the burgundy is showing up, like the way it's standing out. Beautiful. So, still burgundy. And then I think we're doing some bows, maybe? Some bows? I should pick a different green, maybe, to go. I think that'll show up. Yeah, it should. Because there's some leaves to do. Chris Yost, thank you very much. Awesome. So, yeah, I like the little stripes in here. I think that's perfect. I like how it looks. I guess I could have trimmed it a little bit better there, but... I should also say, too, don't put your fingers near the stitching, blah, 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 right? Not good. I remember the problem with this camera is that, yeah, I forgot why we replaced it.
Although it's not necessarily this camera, it's the computer.
No, it's not the computer. We didn't have it plugged in on Matt. Yeah, but we used it for 2 seconds. We changed everything around, and it's kind of strange in this house now. It was a lot of work. Okay, we're going to do the bow. So I'm still sticking with my burgundy, which if you're doing a whole bunch of these, that would make it go a lot faster. So now it's doing the beautiful bow. And, you know, I may or may not stitch the green part on it. I'm not 100% sure if I need it. because I'm not sure how well the green goes here. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up. And it's going to stitch over those satin stitches, so maybe I'll skip it. You can always do that. It's always an option to skip something. Or I could do them in a bright, obnoxious Halloween green. Maybe. No, I won't do that. Sunday is always PJ day. Yeah, why not? I get the machines going and do a little cleaning up. Well, that's not going to happen today. I got to set up everything for Mug Rug Monday. So, and I'm going to take a shower. Not that anyone needs to know that really, but, you know, shower first, I guess. So, there we go. We're doing the Holy Underlay Batman again, but it does look good. It's just seems like a lot of underlay for me. But I suppose if you're using some bright fabric, it would look good. So, have a good time at the birthday party. Yeah, I guess everything's going back to normal. You know what I do have to finish? Maybe I'll get to it today, which I say every day, is I gotta sew Lavender Brown. Time's not running out. I still have time. I would feel better if it was done, though.
Yeah.
Sam Matthew. Thank you, Sue and Dawn. I love your channel. Well, thanks for watching. That's always awesome. New people, old people. Yesterday was a fiasco, so don't hold that against us. YouTube doesn't like stuff. They're making so many changes at YouTube. And I think, you know, I'm definitely not the only person that has streaming issues.
No, I've seen a lot of you.
Yeah, which is annoying. But thank you, and thanks for watching and supporting the channel so we can keep doing sew-alongs like this. And Mug Rug Monday. Everyone has grown to really enjoy Mug Rug Monday. And tomorrow's is going to be really cute. It's adorable. I'll get that put up on the OML Embroidery website later on today. So, Carolyn says, my hubby is so funny. He says he's not watching as he plays a game on his tablet, but he comments on the video and asks me questions. All right, husband. Yay. That's a good hubby. Ask away for sure. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Your channel is the best, really. Awesome. I work hard, and you guys work hard, and we all work together. That's why we call ourselves a gang, which sounds derogatory, but it isn't. It's the OML gang. And we have a lot of fun. I like to make embroidery fun. Okay, I'm silly. I put googly eyes on everything and I name stuff.
That's not silly.
Some people think it is, but you know, it's fun. You gotta have some fun. I like to make everything fun. If you're not having fun, what's the point of doing it? I know frustration can happen with embroidery, anything. We know what to do. We know how to fix our problems. It's all good. And live is just my thing. Stuff is going to happen during a live, but it's realistic. Like, I'm going to break a needle. I'm going to run out of bobbin. No bobbin check because we checked it yesterday. That sort of thing. So, real life. And I don't have to edit. I do have to deal with YouTube streaming, however. But yeah. It's all in good fun. So, this is beautiful. I think I am going to skip the green stitches on it. I think they look nice, but I don't think they're going to look that nice on my green fabric because I did the fabric in green. I don't know if green bells exist, but in my world, they do. And they look beautiful. So I love it. So we don't have too many more steps left. Some of them have bigger designs, more designs sort of thing. The ribbons are beautiful the way they attach. And look, it's awesome. Loving this bow. What time is Mug Rug Monday tomorrow, please? 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Alright, I am just going to do this part. You're supposed to do it in a bit lighter, but I am going to stick with the burgundy that I have. Anything that we're doing, either live or releasing it, is at 4 o'clock on the weekday. So on Wednesdays, I do the vlog or Learn with Lynn or something like that. Also at 4 o'clock. If there's going to be any extra videos, which I should have this week. I was going to do it yesterday, but we all know what happened yesterday. It'll be released at 4 o'clock. So surprise videos also at 4. So, yeah. The only one that isn't is Saturday morning Stitch Along with Sue. Bring your coffee and treats and stitch away. And that's at 10 o'clock. So I try to keep it regular so that you know what's happening. Which is cool. We have, I think, a little applique to do. What color, what fabric am I going to do that? For the bow part. I didn't get out any burgundy fabric. Huh. Oh no. That's okay. I can still make it look good. Well said. Your channel is the best because it's fun. You interact with everyone and each other. Some lives are not personable like you. We're family here. Aww. We are, actually. It's, you guys can't believe how much you enrich each other's lives. Like Lynn, for example. She has found, you know, embroidery as her new thing. Okay, just let me interrupt myself. I'm going to skip over the greens, and we're going to go to that applique that I was speaking about. Yeah, we're all helpful to each other. The OML Embroidery University Facebook group is a fantastic place to be. And everyone helps, and you know, no one gets upset, no one anything. It's just do your thing, enjoy it. If you're frustrated, get help, walk away, all that kind of stuff. But we work together. We are, in fact, a team, which is nice. I'm going to have to cut out that little circle now. Cut it out. It's cute, though. All right, back to the dust, Dawn. I got to get used to how the hoop kind of sticks there. It's kind of weird. One thing I would say about this hoop is that the magnets are really, really strong. So don't bring anything, any electronics near it. Like I would never have my phone near it. My iPad is close enough. I'm not sure if I like it. But look at this. I've done it a couple times. Look, it's a pretty good hold. I just did it here when I was cutting. I moved my scissors back. It's a pretty decent hold. Look at, I got that stripe perfectly straight. Isn't that awesome? Ha!
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll probably get covered up, but still awesome. All right, let's go back to the machine, Dawn. And here we go. So, lots of burgundy in this one, but I do like it. I do like it. Just a little piece of fabric, and it goes nicely with the band around the belt. And I think there's enough burgundy in it to make it look right. I love it. I love it. It was hard figuring out which of the 3 designs to do. Because it's like, I don't know. They're all lovely. So, what is coming up? Some of the finishing, I think. Alright, now we're going to do the buttonholes. Oh, look, the little bit of green did show. I'm so happy. So, okay, we're going to stitch out our buttonholes. We're getting towards the end here, so which is awesome. Lining one down so it's covering, and then we're going to put the back on top and match it. And then we are going to put another lining down. And then we're gonna take it all apart and you guys can watch me struggle with the magnets. I haven't got the hang of them yet. Plus I don't want to break my nails. I can just see them snapping if I don't do it right. Isn't that cute? What a beautiful gift bag. You know, if you were to put a little gift anything in this for a grandmother, I think, you know, they would appreciate the work that goes into it for sure. And I think the ribbon going through, I would like to put green ribbon through so it stands out, and then you just tie it up in a bow. It's awesome. 102 people. Yay! Sunday is a good day. And thanks everyone for coming back for this. That was just unbelievably stressful. So we're kind of happy. Oh,
I hit the delete button yesterday, never happened.
you what?
I hit the delete button yesterday, never happened.
Yesterday never happened. Well, I'm still kind of stressed out about it, so good for you. Here's something we haven't done in a while.
No, well, yeah.
Angle it up a different camera.
Yeah, that's worse.
That's worse.
The other way.
This
Yeah.
way?
There you go.
Oh yeah, perfect. How cool is that? That's super up close. Feels like you're right there, doesn't it? I kind of buried it in my rogue threads, so I just thought it'd be fun. That is an excellent shot. I love it. I love it. I think we all took yesterday in stride. Yes, you guys did. I try not to panic because I know you guys understand. We've done everything we can to make it work, and sometimes YouTube doesn't cooperate with us. So I really do appreciate you guys hanging in there. Morning, everyone. I didn't know it was going to be on this morning. Yeah, we kind of yesterday after the fiasco, we'll call it, or as Dawn says, the day that never happened. That's what he thinks. But yes, and we decided to just reschedule because we have to have our weekend, you know, sew along. That really is a fantastic view, isn't it, Dawn?
Yep.
That's amazing. Worth it. Worth it. I was sitting at a soccer game yesterday, so glad to catch it today. Yay! Awesome. Yay. I was getting so frustrated. So what's this, Gail? I was having a tension issue on my machine, got frustrated for a day, and then OML will know I watched one of your videos, took your advice, and it's stitching perfectly. Yay! That's awesome. Okay, so now we gotta do some work. I'm gonna take the magnifier off, and we are gonna go back to the desk. Dawn.
Desk's up.
And let's have a look here, because I don't want to mess it up. So remove your hoop from the machine, embroider the ribbon holes, cut open the ribbon holes. I'll do that after. Flip lining one down so it's covering the back of the embroidery. Okay, let's take it one step at a time. So I'm going to remove this tape on the I don't know hoop that I kind of like. And I really should have not taped it quite so much, but I was unsure. I was unsure.
It's all hidden.
Yeah, I'm going to have to leave these parts. It is all hidden, but what are you going to do? Yeah, I was nervous that this hoop wouldn't like it, but it does. So that's fine. So no issues. Make sure you're not pushing. There we go. So those pieces are going to have to stay. Now we're flipping back the lining. And when you're taping on the back, if you can tape on the hoop, that's the best. This side, you see I'm a little off. I think I have magnets there. But you really don't want to push on it. So another piece of tape, please. Oh, why is it so low? Bah! Now can you see?
That's better.
Yeah, hello? The guy who's staring at it, you could have said something.
Oh, you do it all the time.
Oh, come on, Don. Jeez Louise. I'm not always looking at what I'm doing.
I'm Don, not Louise.
Jeez Louise. All right, so we've taped it down. We're all good. Nice crease there. And what's next? What's next? I think we're going to put the backing on it. So I'm going to read it to you because it's good advice. Place the back you made earlier onto the right side of the hoop, wrong side up. Line up the bottom left corner on the front with the bottom left corner on the back panel using the stitching line you stitched earlier on the front panel. Tape it in place. So the trick is on this one, you don't worry about it too much. The trick is getting this lined up perfectly, is not to worry about the front of the bag underneath. Focus on the back of the bag, which should be on top of the hoop. So yeah, the other thing, make sure when you are putting it that you don't put it like this. We don't want it like this.
No, that wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't work. So bottom left hand. So this is not hard to do, I don't think. See, it's a bit bigger. It's a bit bigger. So I think that will match up pretty well, I think. That's what they said to do, right? It's a bit of an experiment. I think I have to move it up, so I'm not going to worry too much. So this is lined up and this is lined up. So we should be good. And I'm going to listen to Sweet Pea and not worry about it. So that, to me, looks like it's lined up nicely. So I'm going to hold it in place and tape away. Tape away. Tape it all down. This is going to be so cool. I do like my tape dispenser.
Good.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. And hopefully Lynn will enjoy hers as well. Not sure if I'm over taping, but I still don't trust the I don't know hoop. And then we have to now remove, oh, okay. Stitch the seam, remove the tape. Okay, so let's go back to the machine and we're going to stitch this down. I didn't even change the thread at all.
No, it looks good though. Burgundy's really nice.
Oh, I hope I did this right, but you know what? Good experiment. Wah! Wah, wah, wah. Stop, stop, stop.
Oh no.
It's a little bit stuck. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. Yeah, we're good. So this is when I get my little scissors. So it got stuck in the tape because I didn't push it down. Oh, okay. That's impossible. Jesus. Every time I bring it close to it.
Are you having magnet issues?
Yes. They're quite strong on my little sharp pointy scissors. So, okay, that was My fault, I didn't stop it fast enough. So, okay, tape. So I'm just gonna lift it up. Oh yeah, look, it's all wrapped around. No big deal though. I don't think the whole thing is going to be ruined. Hopefully it's not off at all. There we go. We'll have to see. I'm gonna, oh, jeez. Okay, that right there, that's annoying. That is really annoying.
Just have to go in from the corner instead, I guess.
Oh, but I got the camera in the way. That's why I don't do it that way.
Yeah.
I look from the side. All right, well, that tape there needs to be picked off. I seem to be having a hard time getting it, so I might have to do that later. Now, I am just going to pull out the hoop, and what I'm looking for, I need to raise it properly. I'm just gonna flip it over and see. I think we'll be okay on that one. Hands up how many times you have done that. I do. So the point is, whenever you hear your machine making a different noise, stop it. Just stop. So I'm gonna go back. I want to go back to here, and hopefully it is going to line up. It looks like it, so I'm gonna go back a little bit more. All right. I hope I did my placement right. Oh, apparently I need to thread it. It unthreaded as well. Okay. We're just rocking today. Ah, you know what? Stuff happens, right?
We're live and we're going all right, so minor detail.
Little boo-boos. Hopefully I can fix this one. If this wasn't my first time doing this, I would know better what to do. But for the first one, we'll see. Hopefully, like, nothing got pulled out. It did a bit, but we'll see if that's gonna work. It did a little bit, things got moved, but it's okay. It is okay. Okay, so now we're gonna unhoop it. I'm gonna keep going on this because there is a chance it might work out. I'm not 100% sure. Back to the desk, Tanya.
Yep.
Okay, so now what does it say to do? Place the lining 2 on the wrong side up on top of the wrong side of the hoop. So wrong side of the hoop, wrong side up. That's what it said, right? Should I read that again?
Yep.
Wrong side up on top of the wrong side of the hoop, completely covering the stitched lines. Secure it onto the hoop with sticky tape. When you turn the hoop over, it does not fall off.
Yep.
Okay, little awkwardly said.
Sounds
However, we can follow the instructions, and we don't want it to come off. So, whoops, good sticky tape. Yes, how many times have you guys taped something on the back and forget to tape the top, and you slide it on and it gets all bunched up?
It's been there.
It's easy to do. It's easy to do. So, okay, this is a little bit hard to pick off the bottom here. Maybe my Pokemon will help, because it's kind of, there's grooves and stuff in it. So, yeah, it's a little bit hard. How about we leave that and just tape over it. Okay, so then we are going to put it back on the machine, stitch the outline of the bag with a triple stitch. Okay. And then we are going to remove it from the hoop. So I will clean my foot, don't worry. I got most of it. Ha! There we go. Thanks, Captain Jack. Sorry about that. Alright. I'm confused a little bit, but that's okay. This is why your lives are the best. You explain the mistakes and how to fix them. That was not a triple stitch.
No.
And... okay, well that was your get out of jail free card. I wonder if I just made a mistake. I bet you I did. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. So, this is supposed to go when you put the lining on, so I'm gonna have to unpick a little bit. That's okay, the first time you make something new, you know, you can get mixed up, which I did, but I know how to fix it. So the lining on the back, it's like when we're making the purses, the lining on the back has to be open so you can turn it. So the stitching that I just did, which I think is basting, I think I'll have to fix it. Unless they did it so just to hold everything together. See, it has pulled a little bit. It has pulled where I had the boo-boo. So, just a little bit though. Let's see. Let's see how it's gonna work. But I think you can see it's not straight on there. But you know what, that's okay. No one is gonna look at this bag and go, oh, did your tape catch on your foot, Sue? Never. Okay, so we're gonna take it out of the hoop and follow the instructions how to finish it, which I didn't print, so we're gonna have to wing it. So let's take these off. Yeah, I really do have a hard time. I guess because I have to use the side.
It's a whole thing, though.
It hold pretty well. I mean, it didn't move a whole lot when things got caught up. I find if I lift it like this, I can get my thumb under it better. But I bet you people won't have such a difficult time. It's just kind of a me thing. So, okay, well, we got everything taped everywhere. And it looks like a complete disaster, but don't you worry, it will be fine momentarily. I got tape.
Tape holds good.
Tape holds pretty well, yeah. I do like the Kimberbell tape, but like I said. Oh, that's why I'm having a hard time. How about you remove all of the magnets?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I left one on inadvertently. Yeah, it was all kind of covered up. So now I got big piles of tape. And we are going to do some trimming here. So hold everything flat. And which side? That is the bottom. Right? Yeah. Just want to make sure I can leave a tab. And I'm going to pick all the tape off too. 'Cause, you know. Now I need to find some ribbon too. To use. Or I saw in the instructions that you can use fabric. Kind of like how you make a strap for a purse or binding, and you can use that. So you could use the matching fabric for the ribbon. It's just a matter of ironing. And is this the Magna hoop? No, it's a Brother hoop, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. That's the decision here. So I did make a mistake for sure. Oh, well, that's okay. So I'm just going to pick out a couple things. First, I'm going to pick some of the... Nah, I'll do it after. So I need my stitch picker, or as everyone else knows it, seam ripper. And we got to separate the two linings on this opening, so it's just a matter of doing this. There you go. So that was easy.
It was a minor boo-boo.
Meh. Maybe it's easier to do it this way. So I'm just going to take it back a little bit, and then we are going to fold it this way. So it's just like doing a purse, really. Except for no zipper. Although, wouldn't a zipper at the top be cute? Wouldn't the buttonholes be at the top? They are. They are.
They are, you will see. It's confusing if you don't know what you're doing.
Well, that's why I made a little boo-boo. So now I got to pull it through, and this one is kind of tough. Yep, having a tough time here. The struggle is real. No?
Magic is real.
You be quiet, Tank. Tank just tippy-toed down the stairs. But there is no opening at the top. So, did I do it completely wrong? That's entirely possible. I think, though, you'll find that it'll work. Hopefully. If not, then I will figure out where I went wrong. With Sweet Pea stuff, they are a little bit complicated. And you do have to follow the instructions on them. So, next question is, do we really need batting in this? Do we really need it?
Probably nicer with the quilt stitches, but...
Yeah, but it's awful thick. So, yeah, how does this work here? I think I messed it up. Do you need to trim your corners? I probably should have, but I just wanted to see how this works out. This is the lining. So you know what? Maybe I didn't turn it properly. Yes. Because now, how do you turn it again?
Oh, so that's all it is? You just didn't turn it right then?
I think I messed it up on the stitches. However, you know, when you do Sweet Pea stuff, there's always a little secret to it, and I haven't read the instructions. So I really do think that this might come apart. I did one of their bags, the Evil Villain. Goodness, I couldn't figure that out. So let's just see. I have the feeling that something comes apart. I really should have printed out the instructions, but you know what? If you do the same thing, don't worry about it. Figure it out. This is
stitch another one.
you know, I will have to, I think, and figure out where I went wrong. I think perhaps the instructions would help. I'd have to pull them up, which I can do. Do you guys want me to pull up the instructions? The birthing of a bag. I know. Top was stitched closed. I didn't know what I did wrong. Okay, guys, let's figure out what it is then. Because I followed the instructions up to it. So I'm going to put it back the way it was. And I did cut an opening, but maybe I did that wrong too. So I'm going to grab my YouTube, my iPad, and let's look it up for sure. So downloads, let's see. I gotta find it. I know I put it on here because I looked at it. So just give me a moment here. Actually, you could look it up too, Dawn. Christmas card. It is in downloads in a folder on that computer. I thought I had it here. Nope. Alright, bear with me. All this live stuff. Read my instructions. Hello. Hopefully, Lynn, you're not laughing your head off at me.
What's the folder called?
Sweet
Christmas
Peas.
gift bag.
Yeah, it's not hard. So, what I need you to find is was I looking at downloads? Okay, so bag finishing. Don's got it on the big computer, so he is gonna help out. And we'll figure it out. Obviously, I'm not doing something right, so let's figure it out. I don't care how long it takes, let's figure it out. I don't see it. Okay, well, that's...
Move from hoop. Remove excess stabilizer from the edges of your bag. Trim seams about 1/4 inch.
Yep.
Clip the corners to allow easy turning. Then
Yep.
turn the bag through the opening. Be patient as it's stiff. To make the process easier, iron your item. Once turned out, use the tool, they say the pink thing,
Yeah.
to help push out the corners. Iron again. If you have used wash away, you don't want to iron it.
I'm looking. And
Now-
then,
now the interior of the bag will have a seam at the bottom that is not sewn.
okay.
You can turn it in and sew it together by hand or
Yeah. That's this when I turned it. Okay.
Then tear away all stabilizer across the top of the bag, which looks closed.
Oh. See,
And
there
you will
is a
see
trick.
that it's possible to turn the bag through the opening.
This is exactly the same thing that I did. So if you had tearaway, you could just figure out which one you're supposed to rip and you can rip it. This is exactly how they did it. But you know what I didn't do?
You use cutaway.
I used cutaway because I
You're
don't
saying
know
if
why.
you used water soluble, then just dissolve it.
And then it'll open up.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, my
So
mistake.
So you didn't mess it up.
No, I just didn't do it right. But let's see if we can make it work. I was correct on the part where when I said, "Oh, there'll be an opening. I just got to figure it out." If you follow the instructions and use tearaway,
The note they have here says, you may see at the top of the bag there will be a line of stitching. You'll need to unpick the stitching so it is not visible from the front.
yeah, I know what that is gonna be. Or you could top stitch it. So, if you didn't get your bag to open, then it's just a matter of, gently pulling on it. What Dawn is talking about is just some of the outlining stitches show up when you turn it. So because I used the wrong stabilizer, yeah, I'm not sure if I like the thickness of it. Let's see though, and I'm using my Pokemon to poke it out. And I'm just going to figure it out. So if you use the correct stabilizer, and I'm pretty sure I can see here which one to do. So that looks like it's going through. If you use the correct stabilizer, then this would be easy. So what we're going for here is the folded edges, right, to look good. And if you use the right stabilizer, it would just pop apart. And it's actually pretty easy to do. So it's not that bad. So what I'm doing here, I'm not going through any stitches. I'm just going through this little white part here.
Which is the stabilizer.
Which is
right?
the stabilizer. So this is, if you had the correct stuff, then...
So is that looking good as you peer through the hole then?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Or-
it's fine. It's fine. It was my bad for not using the right stuff. Yeah, it's perfect. And then just make sure you get it all. So if you don't want to use tearaway, I really don't like my tearaway, and that's why I guess I chose to use the cutaway. It's a pretty easy fix. So no, I didn't do anything wrong. I just used the wrong stabilizer. But you could see here, you can see the stabilizer.
Yeah.
And that's what you're aiming for. So if you don't have tearaway, you can still do it. So then, whoops, hey, my stitch ripper. There, it rips a little bit. Okay, so you would close this, but I just want to take a look at it. That's blurry.
No, that's not
Oh, well, don't. Yeah, look, it's perfect. Yeah, awesome. So, if your bag won't open, that is how to fix it. If you use tearaway, just give it a gentle tug, and it'll work. I love
that was
this.
the secret.
Yep.
You needed the instructions.
I needed the instructions. Usually with Sweet Pea, I print more out, but you know what? For the first one, it's always kind of like this. You have to figure it out. So the key is get the stabilizer. I kind of like it better with the cutaway. So I'm just pushing out the bottoms. I need to be a little bit neater and whatnot, but look what I have. Look at it.
Well, as a lined gift bag.
Look. Oh, and it matched up.
Nice.
It matched up. And it's fully lined.
And now you need to do your buttonholes or your ribbon.
Ribbon, yeah. And you just weave the ribbon through and it'll close it like this. And look.
So you just snip the inside of the hole with
Yeah.
scissors?
Yep. Well, no, with a stitch ripper. Just the same way that you do normal buttonholes.
Okay.
This is what you do. So it just goes, you poke it in and just very carefully go through. And I did notice when I did read the instructions, see, now I have a hole through, that they did top stitch this so the lining holds, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So top stitch this part
Yeah.
so it looks better. So, okay, we had two problems, and I'm looking, and you can see a little bit where my first problem was, but you know what? Like I said, nobody is going to really notice any of it. So what I'm talking about is that my burgundy outline lines are showing on one side, and they're completely hidden on the other.
Is
So,
that because it got caught?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was off track a little bit. But don't beat yourself up. Like I said, no one is going to notice that. A little bit of ironing. I'm really happy. I really like that.
It's a cute bag.
Yeah, it's really cute. I don't even, you can unpick this line up here.
Yeah.
This
that's
is what they were talking about. But I don't actually mind it. I might even put it on the sewing machine and stitch the top, top stitch it so it stays and looks nice. So what do you think? I thought I was stuck there, but you know what, guys? Don't beat yourself up about something. Yeah, I made a mistake, but I fixed it. And I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy. I'm glad I skipped the leaves on it. And the colors look fantastic and amazing. So, guys, get stitching these. This was fantastic and super easy to do. Write out your steps. I mean, the applique and everything, but the bag building steps so you get it right. I really love it. And use tearaway. I still would probably use the cutaway.
But you know how to do it.
Yeah.
If you do.
I would still, I don't like tearaway quite so much. And I don't want to wash it out, so that's why I didn't go for the wash away. I didn't. Plus, I'm using the I don't know hoop, so yeah.
That turned out awesome.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. It was so easy to do, though. Little bit of figuring out, but you know, it's good. So, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will be stitching out some of these. And, you know, don't worry about little boo-boos that nobody's gonna see. And remember the little tricks that I showed you. And happy stitching. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye, everyone.
I love the